the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Raleigh, North Carolina, Carter Finley Stadium, and home to the NC State Wolfpack. As we'll see the number 20 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on one of the top 5 teams in the conference, the NC State Wolfpack. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollitt and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Quickly on the left. Breaks into the open. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
The Wolfpack with lots of ground to cover on third down. Might be changing the route. They want to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got some room to run.
That is the perfect start for a defense that has really struggled against the pass this season. They're in the bottom portion, okay? Have struggled, but opening drive, making a statement. Maybe this creates some momentum. Maybe this turns the tide for this defense.
This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Back to throw, it's Beltran. Here comes the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. The inside handoff. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
As if the whole city of Raleigh is trying to help out the pack on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Caught near the sticks, it's Warren. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
They go to the ground. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. They'll move the wide receiver. To the air on 2nd down. Pressure coming. Nothing doing downfield. He'll cut his losses and throw it away. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown, UNC! How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Bringing it out. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. It's NC State sending the offense back onto the field. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
The give to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Quick completion on the out. He'll get it up to the 39 before he's run out of bounds, and this offense just patiently, methodically trying to do work.
That's really got to make this offensive coordinator feel good calling plays. You get a completion on 3rd down early in the game, and he should be having a lot of confidence now moving forward in this game calling plays.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit and when they get hurried and when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring the quarterback.
They come to the line with a minute to play in the opening quarter. Wants to adjust the pattern. Just keeps slinging it. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense 1st and goal from the 7.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot around and make it an easy pass and catch.
First and goal now as NC State tries to find a way to score. Fullback's got it. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. They shut him down immediately. They tried to pop the fullback loose, and no running room there.
And I think that time the quarterback made the wrong read. He was trying to pitch it. He didn't have to, though. There was a lot of green grass and space out in front of him. If he just holds on to that football, he might not score a touchdown, but he's definitely going to be able to at least get positive yards. I think that's a play on the option the quarterback would like to have back.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Bought a little time, lets it go. Throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Man, that's not the attempt you wanted to start the game. First pass of the game, interception. Man, just this is where you go over to the sidelines. You have a good talk with your coach. You settle down. It's not the end of the world. It's one pass, but that is not the start he had in mind today.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. Back to pass, it's Beltran. Under fire. Pulls it in, it's Landry. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. And the Tar Heels want to pick up the tempo.
Well, the defense makes the tackle. They give up the first down. They've now got to communicate the next play call. They can't substitute because the offense is going fast.
Motion from the wide receiver. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, North Carolina.
Backed up at the 16-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to fire. Got his man quickly. Boy, that was a precision play all the way around. Throw, catch, tackle, bang, bang, bang. To the air, it's Beltran. Pocket breaking down. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback. He knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up the first down. He's scrambling on that play, and there are a lot of guys out there that would slide, that would try to run out of bounds, protect themselves, but that was really tough what he did. He put his body on the line to go pick up that first.
The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Handoff from the shotgun. Shakes off the defender. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34.
How about the play by the speed back? You think about speed, you think about breaking ankles. He broke the tackle because he's so fast, moving so fast, hard to get the guy on the ground.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Gonna run it. It's Grove. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down.
Well, the offense is in a really nice rhythm right now. It seems like no matter what they're dialing up, they're getting positive yards, and it just feels so good as a play caller when you know on first down you can get yards like that turning around and handing it off.
Yeah, and on the other side, you're scratching your head going, what the heck can I do here? You got to find something. The defense has got to find a way to create some momentum. Whatever they're doing right now, it's not working. So you got to keep going through that play sheet and maybe find something a little bit different that can give this offense something to think about. Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Beltran. The quick out. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Tar Heels headed quickly to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Grove. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
And the Tar Heels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Chains keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And that's the problem as an offense, man. You get in these third and forever situations, and now the defense drops back, and they take away all the deep stuff, and you're trying to find some space, but it's just so hard to try to convert those third and longs.
Coverage was all over him before he had a chance to breathe, and they knock him down deep in his own territory. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for a man. It's Toure. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Fires on the move. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead, but with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
That's caught. It's Warren. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And, man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
The offense burns its third and final timeout of the half. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here we go. They'll try to get something on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. To the air on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Time Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Toure. Unleashes to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back has it. Quarterback adapting. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. State will kick it off to open the third quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Sure, they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the third. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy so far in the game. He's pumped out some really nice runs. Obviously, he's already scored a touchdown. Really nice run there as well. And for me, I would keep thinking about creative ways of getting this guy the ball as the game goes on here in the second half.
Finds his tight end. Made a defender miss. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The running back has it. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Here on 2nd and 9, sends 3 receivers to the right. Wide receiver comes in motion. Dropping back, it's Beltran. Trying to set up the screen. At the 35, he's loose. There he goes. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. They knocked him down after the takeaway, and a big play for this defense.
That looks like a really easy thing to do. Oh, the ball's just on the ground. Jump on it. That's an odd-shaped ball that bounces all kind of crazy ways. Great job by the defense covering that thing up.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. The Tar Heels with the 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And he runs into a wall, maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Motion from the wideout. Just feeds the running back. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. Oh, the attempt is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
North Carolina State has it back on the offense, headed to the field. Pressure is really on to put together a drive here, already down 21-zip. Scanning the field, it's Toure. Here's the pressure. Just a short pass to the tight end. Turning it on. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
And what a great job of being cool under pressure. He knew there was a defender about to hit him, and he held on to it as long as he could before letting it go. He paid for it, but what an accurate shot vertically down the field for an explosive play in the passing game.
Wants to throw on 1st down. On the move, he fires. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football. And